So, hello everyone. Of course, I'm still in Greece, and Susan is in Sedona. We had an incredible week, and I think because we had this week of the eclipse, and we had Saturn and Pluto conjoined today, no, not today, yesterday. We just really haven't been able to come to you because there was a lot of things going on. I was in Delphi, just to let you know, Susan, and it was just amazing. The energy there, it was very powerful. I was there on Wednesday, Thursday, and the energy was amazing. And the most powerful thing was that we were all alone at the temple. There was not that many people because it's not a touristy time. There was people there, but not a lot. But then we went down to the Athena area, to the Athena temple. There is underneath the big temple. And we were all alone, and I was able to do my ceremony the way I love to do my ceremony. And it was just so powerful to start watching this energy building back in Greece. It's just powerful for me because, there's a lot of places, like we always talk about Peru or Mexico or Egypt or whatever, and Greece has kind of been left a little bit behind, but not because what do I say? Not because it doesn't have energy. I just think it wasn't its time.
Right.
It wasn't the time of Greece to really be part of the, how do you say, on the map in the spiritual world. They were doing, yes, a lot of people come and do ceremonies here, but they really hardly mention it, and to me, felt like it's finally the light it's showing me here that Greece is shining energetically and very powerful. It's really waking up. It's really allowing people to see it again. And then, of course, we went up to what's called Meteora, which is the land that is looks like the mountains, and there's churches on top. I don't know if you knew that place. Or you ever heard of it when you were here? But they look like meteorites, like they're just
meteorites.
Meteorites, yes.
Would that be meteorites?
Yeah, we call them meteorites because that's the way, in Greek sometimes anyway, but it's like these huge stones that just have come down to earth, and they don't know because they don't belong around, and that's where of course I twisted my ankle on Friday, which is the day of the eclipse. So thank God I actually pulled the eclipse in just a twist of my ankle. But the other thing that I want to share with you is, you remember when we had to do the Urulu on Sunday?
Right.
I gathered my group here and we did it. The exact time what Saturn and Pluto was conjuncting, which was at 7:30 at night, which is similar to what you guys did in Sedona. And every single person in the group, there was, I think, 15 of us, they never seen an energy so powerful. They connected, and we sang through the all ley lines. We added Greece to it. I just told them to go wherever they felt it was sacred energy and to open that. We sent the energy, and we did exactly what the thing was, and it was the most powerful one. Every single person of the group of my students felt that they lived there. Every single person felt they were lived in Australia. They connected to the land. They danced. And not in meditation. I don't know about your experience. I'm sure if you went to the group, you let me know.
So funny because we did ceremony. It must have been a week of ceremonies, obviously. But we ended up with 17 people, which I love the number 17. And ours was quite powerful as well. And we danced, and there was a live didgeridoo and a live drum, and I had brought river stones so people could clap and get those song lines, in the vibration. So how wonderful that there were ceremonies all over the world that were tapping into this particular ceremony, which I think kind of ties into what you were saying, is there are places that have not been acknowledged as much and are now reawakening. So you brought in Greece, and now there's Australia. And of course, the Nordic tradition is starting to really awaken with a vengeance. So you can feel it. You can feel the energy of these ley lines that travel across the earth starting to really get powerful and vibrate in a different way.
And absolutely. And it's kind of interesting because, you know, for the Greeks, sometimes the music, they never heard so much didgeridoo, and it's a little bit strange in the ears, but they all felt like, one of the students said, oh my God, this is the Mother Earth speaking to me. And, you know, we wanted to dance and we were all happy and we were all together, and this wake up, you know, and the energy was pretty powerful, and it was really amazing. And I wanted to share that with you because we decided we wanted to do it. And I decided what do we want to do, but in the group,
Right.
they all said yes, and they showed up. Yeah.
It was very big. And at the end of it, I felt very called to say, I'm hoping that this is one of those moments that the question will be asked, where were you when the earth changed?
Exactly.
And we will have this remembrance of exactly where we were in that moment when things really changed. Now, it didn't change completely. We've got some time to write it still, but I do think something happened. Yeah.
Well, I think there's the earth is changing. You know, we had 4 volcanoes erupting, and
Right.
we have all these things going on with the war and the shifting and the fires in Australia. The earth is changing, and the earth is in pain, but at the same time, she's happy that we acknowledging her finally, and we finally connecting our bodies to her because we are her. So it's really powerful. My week was full of ceremony, and of course it topped it with the Urulu. And you know, thank you for bringing it into my attention. Last week.
Yeah, somehow I was a seed planter for that, and it's just because I got the information and passed it along, and people chose to do ceremony and run
Absolutely.
with it.
Absolutely. So what else you want to share?
Well, interesting thing is the lead up to this ceremony, because we talked previously about people being creators. And so I felt this energy of so many people, what they created was like, whoa, what was that? And it came in as a big blast for people. And people were really like, whoa, what did I just create? So the word was, okay, settle. Everybody just settle. You know, and it's like, okay, but it really felt quite powerful, the people that have been creating things, and then to realize what they actually now have. And so it was like, okay, everybody, just let it settle, let it settle. Yeah.
Because it's a lot to hold. It's a really powerful energy to hold, and to hold it into our bodies. But it eases off when you trust it, you know, when you just allow it to come in. And absolutely, we're creating so much now because we're shifting. We have to shift. We cannot stay where we were. We cannot.
Right.
That's my feeling, you know. I just want to keep moving, you know. Like, I don't know if I said it earlier, but I twisted my ankle, and it's my right leg, which means to me is going forward. So, and it happens to me when I make big shifts in my life. That has happened to me a couple times. Now, you don't twist your ankle with flat shoes, correct? It can be a little bit impossible, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So
It is that rumbling. Perhaps the earth is actually, well, we know the volcanoes are erupting, but perhaps we don't quite fully realize how much the earth is shifting and changing. So it wouldn't be surprising that ankles would get twisted or body things would happen, because we're used to walking the earth in a certain way. And as she shifts, we can be caught off balance without even really feeling it or knowing it.
And absolutely, I felt like I made a big shift as that happened. Like something broke loose because I heard actually a crack. And I know there's something shifted from my whole body, changed it. You know, like you needed to be released, whatever the old that I was carrying, connecting to the mother. And of course, it was in the mountain of the meteorites.
Yeah,
You know?
I would lot of pain. Quite a few people, even the animals, have had digestive issues.
Mhm.
So all of that was coming up, and some of that was because the earth is trying to align differently to the sun, which was what the Uluru
Exactly.
all about, was the earth and the sun aligning that umbilical cord. And so that is where our self-power is. So yeah, you could have found any place to go. Chakras, you could have talked about chakras, you could have talked about ley lines, you could have talked about astrology. I mean, there vast fields were shifting and changing.
Well, it's interesting because when we checked on astrological about the what time the Saturn Pluto was happening, it was 7:30 in the evening, which for you guys would have been almost 10:30, closer to 11 when you were ready to do your ceremony.
We started, the last person came in at 11:11, and then when everything was said and done, it was 12:12. So
That's
yeah, so for anyone who follows numbers, that was kind of fun.
yeah, yeah. For us,
it,
it was an hour too. Yeah.
it was such a, and someone else did ceremony on Cathedral Rock in Sedona as well. So people partaking in their own individual ways.
Yeah, I'd like to know if anybody that watches us, you know, from whatever they are, if they did ceremony, and let's see if we, you know, you guys can share it with us, because we like to know who else did the ceremony and who else really connected on Sunday. Maybe who else had an injury this week. I know already 2 people that had injuries the past 2 weeks, you know? So,
Oh.
yeah, and both of them, one of them in Sedona and the other one is in Nashville. So, I know a couple of people. But anyway, that's the power. That's the power.
We're getting shaken along with Mother Earth. So
I don't mind it. I felt that it was a big shift for me, and I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever is there to showing up from the Mother.
Oh,
So
nice.
anyway, yes, we have to be correct. We have to trust and be ready for it. So on that note,
settle and just kind of ride these energies to the best of your ability. Once again, take care of yourself the way that you know best to do, which is water and rest and sunshine. We've been encouraging this for quite some time now.
Exactly. And be gentle, even if you twisted you know, something in your body. Don't blame your body. Just be gentle with it, love it, accept it, and just say, you know, it's going to heal. And, you know, I ran a marathon after I got twisted. And of course, the next day I was hurting, but that's a different story.
Debbie, you ran a marathon?
No, I'm joking, but I had to go up.
Oh, Debbie, really?
No, I had to go up the monasteries and down the monastery, you know, because it's a long way. It's a long walk to go down and up and all that stuff. A lot of steps, almost 1,000 steps in some of them. So, but it was really powerful. And we'll talk about that another day. If you guys have any questions, just let us know. Please subscribe, share our videos, because we love to get to 100 people so we can get this knowledge passed on. So thank you so much for watching us. Thank you so much for being part of spending time with us, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.